Good evening. I'm back again. So today, excuse me, I wanted to talk about behind the curtain. Now, the reason why I say behind the curtain is because often in our lives, we don't know what the next chapter may bring for us. You know, what that phone call, what that conversation could lead to. And yesterday I had a prime example of that. Yesterday I went to an empowerment wealth fair, and it was about promoting wealth within the family and kind of growing it so you get to a point where you have generational wealth. But what was kind of interesting yesterday was the fact that it was a friend of mine that was doing the event, and I was trying to purchase tickets online, and for some unknown reason it just wasn't happening for me in terms of purchasing it online. So I messaged him and he said, yep, okay, not a problem, I'll leave a ticket at the door for you. So I went to the meeting, and it was a very encouraging, very positive turnout, and very good workshop as to be all fair, and various people you kind of networked with to get information, and and I think there's a few opportunities that I'm going to sign up to. But I spoke to him, the gentleman that organised the event, at the end of the night, and I explained to him that I had the difficulty in terms of trying to log on to get this ticket. He said, oh well, other people logged on okay, but I said, yeah, it's just struggle to log on. But the funny thing is that he said to me, this event came about because you gave me a ticket that you were unable to attend, and as a result of that I went to another empowerment meeting and met a group of people there who I invited to this meeting to come. And so if it wasn't in relation to you giving me the ticket, then actually perhaps these proceedings wouldn't have been happening today. And I thought to myself, wow, the kind of power of, one, of networking, but two, of talking, meeting people, sharing ideas. And you never know that when you plant a seed, where that seed potentially may well go. So it was kind of amazing. And also the funny thing is that I attend this event, and there's kind of 2 or 3 opportunities that I'm going to be looking at in terms of creating or generating my own wealth. So it's funny how these things kind of almost, they have a kind of an effect that you don't know where it's going to end up as such, and I think it's kind of pretty much kind of give the landscape of kind of being behind the scenes. It's kind of like behind the curtains. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know where it's going to lead to. It's like almost like reading a book, a chapter in a book, and you're not sure, you haven't started that chapter, and you don't know where that chapter is going to take you to. So it's very much like that. And then yesterday, later on, I spoke to a friend that I had met at a Les Brown event, and he's a motivational speaker. And I met at the event about a year ago now, actually, strangely enough. And I've kind of been in and out of contact with her. And then we spoke probably about a month ago, probably a month and a half ago, kind of re-engaged, kind of contact as such. And for her at the time, she had just kind of gone through quite a raw deal. Basically, somebody had kind of taken advantage of her good nature, and basically someone that she was going into business with, he just cleared her out, literally cleared her out. And so she was in a bit of a difficult place, or a challenging place, shall we say. But what kind of happened really in terms of her difficult place that she was in was that she said that I have to think about very carefully about who I trust. Obviously this guy's kind of taken me for a ride. And then in business, you've got to be very careful about the people and the relationships that you make. So I tried to use some of my contacts in terms of people that I knew to kind of help assist her in terms of getting that matter within the kind of justice system, so therefore her case can be defended appropriately. But in talking, she's a solicitor, and in discussing things as such, she spoke about obviously wanting to do her own business, and I managed to put her in contact with my own accountant, who's now running his own business. And through them having kind of conversations as such, what's come out of it is that he's actually got too much work, and he's now said, look, I've got loads and loads of work. I'm actually turning people away, like literally 2-3 people away a week. So what's come out of that, or what's been born out of that, is that she's now starting her own company. And actually the referrals that obviously that he may will turn away, he'd all then point her way. So it's almost like she's got a self-made business already. And to kind of, it shows you the kind of the power of goodness and kindness in the world, in terms of, when you have the right network of people around you. But furthermore, she's then also offered our company, and said, look, I'm going to waive a fee. I want, to be your client, or for you to hire my services, and so we've also going to use her as an accountant. So it's funny that you don't know what's going to happen or what's going to be around the corner. And in her situation, she was in a very challenging situation, on despair in terms of the amount of money that she's lost, and the situation that she was in. But as a result, or despite that, we spoke, and what's been created for her is our own business, and her partnering with somebody else, someone that she can trust. And so it talks about, for me, it kind of speaks volumes about good networks and good communications. And if you're with the right people, lots of things can happen for you, and lots of doors can open. And where you may feel a door has shut, it may certainly be opened. So it's almost like the chapters in our lives. What's going on behind the curtains? We sometimes don't know, and it's very much the unknown that we don't know. But we've got to trust that, that conversation that we may have, or it may be that telephone call that we may make, or the person that we may meet and don't know from Adam. You don't know who they are, what they may be able to do, and how that may move our lives in a whole different way. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you. I think that often in our own lives, we meet people, we have conversations, and we don't know the kind of how the wheels in motion are turning behind the scenes. And for me, it kind of gave me a vigor of kind of faith, like, this law of attraction, or it works, and you don't know what you know until sometimes it materializes in front of you. So I just wanted to share that with you today. Okay, bye.